Hello to all my friends out there. Well, it's getting late, so that means I got to start heading home before it gets dark. It takes me about 45 minutes to get home. This video is the art of being cheap, not being miserably cheap, not being stupid. The minimizing can go that way too. I mean, you can just be stupid about it if you want to. It can enhance your life though as well. Mine's coming along very nicely. My front yard is an example of my approach. I want it nice. I don't want to pull every last plant out. No, I just want a few nice looking plants. Okay, so the art of being cheap. When I was a hairstylist, it's all in your mind. Everything is. I really thought of myself as an artist, not just a hair cutter. I could cut a quick haircut if I so desired. Like if the person was rude, yes, very quick. Okay, so don't be rude to your stylist or your barber. Okay, today I went shopping at the Walmart in El Cajon, and they have a nice area where all the bakery goods are marked down, and they have a nice deli where you can get markdowns like salads, like sandwiches. Why would you pay $3? I ate the other half of my ham sandwich last night in the middle of the night. So, you know, it's like, think about what you're doing before you do it. And the same thing with living in the car. I thought, why not make living in my car like the art of living in my car? Yeah, real artistic so far. Look, somebody's... I have to attend to my car more, you know, which is irritating. It's like something else to clean. So it is lunchtime, and I was up here walking, so I bought some lunch at Walmart again. If I have a little bit extra, that's okay. So I want to sanitize my hands. You can never be too careful. I washed my hands just before I came out here. Okay, today, so this happened. I bought makeup, and I got this Insta filler. That sounds something like Revlon, and it was $13.97 for $7. I use about one of these about every 2 months. So every time I go to Walmart, I check the makeup because they have a makeup bin. And I bought a few nice things. So with the markdown shopping, you're going where I think my hand sanitizer. Okay, the Walmart buns were about, say, $1. So they're 25 cents each, and I plan on eating 2 of those. And then I bought the Walmart bologna. I saw a good bologna. I can't remember where it was, but I thought, you know, I'm at Walmart. So this is how many slices? This is, it's quite a few. So say my lunch would be 80 cents, if that. And, I have my little scissors in here, so would I eat this anyway? Yeah, I would. I eat them all the time at home. And I took my little scissors out. I thought I remembered doing that. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Because the packages, it says open. Oh, all right. Okay, so the force was with me. And then what I do when I get home is I just freeze the rest. And this isn't too messy in the car. So, you know, there's all kinds of cheap things you can do. Okay, so I'm just going to have a tasty little bologna sandwich. It won't bother me if it's plain. My napkin. I can't lose that. That's a receipt for my purse I sold. One of the best ways to avoid eating too much is don't get too hungry. Then I like these crackers with peanut butter, 50 cents. These are good. I'm not eating this right now because I have 2 sandwiches. Macaroni and cheese. At Walmart, they sell these 2 big cookies for $1. I bought fresh baked cookies the other day. It was $1.27 for one, but it was underbaked and I don't like them. These are good, 50 cents each. And then I bought a peach pie for 50 cents. This one is nice and fresh. It doesn't expire until 3/2. So that's the ideal. So, you know, I have a lot of food. I'm not going hungry. That's a no-no. I think that'd be a very scary thing, you know, living in your car and not having enough food. So the best thing to do is fill your car with gas and buy food that's going to last you for a while. Okay, so now, and I bought some iced tea from the nice girls up here. I like those girls. They're nice and sweet. Okay, one, buy everything at the cheapest possible price. That doesn't mean buy the cheapest thing, just buy everything the cheapest price. Like, you know, I like luxury items. Sometimes, like this Vera Wang shirt. I love this. It's a t-shirt. I'll see if I can show you my concoction of necklaces. See my cute necklaces? Yes. $3. And then I bought the shirt. It's good enough at the thrift store for wearing around. Not making life miserable. My jeans I have on today look very nice, $1. For wearing around, you know, it doesn't have to be expensive. What I'm doing is I'm walking around the shopping center in a circle, and that's going to make me live, exercising my heart. I don't want to exercise, but I know I have to. Okay, so now buy everything at the cheapest possible price. Cut consumption drastically. So, you know, that's not good. Like, if you cut your consumption drastically, people aren't going to go, you know what, she's such a tightwad. Except like in the salons I used to work with when there was no air and it was miserable. And then they wonder why there was no business. But if you can't pay your electric bill, you know, it's better to open the door and stay open. Okay, this is a good one. Turn utilities off at the breaker, everything except your refrigerator. I mean, if you don't have enough money, and then if you have a buddy heater, you can heat one room. I was going to try that, but my son doesn't want me to. He goes, no, Mom, you're going to turn off the wrong breaker. I had a neighbor that the only lights they used was Christmas lights year round. So that will work. I mean, if you're having hard times paying your utilities, drastically cut them. Okay, don't buy any new things. I've been doing that for a long time. You know, I buy, maybe I might buy some shirts for $1, some jeans for $1, some jewelry for $1. You know, I might spend $1 here and there. Also, though, I will be going to Marshall's because they have nice markdowns on shirts. I have a Calvin Klein shirt. I've worn that thing for 3 years and I paid $14.99 for it. But generally, don't buy any new stuff, especially if you already have one. Now, you saw my pots and pans. I was famous for that. I'm trying to stop. Postpone large purchases until 2022. Okay, what they're saying is we're going to have a double dip recession. Okay, what I think is we're going to have, this year is going to be exactly like last year. So some of us navigated through last year okay. So if we didn't, we still learned stuff. So, you know. Extra large loads of laundry and hang dry. Okay, what I used to do, I don't do this now because I use somebody else's washing machine that I read from. But if I was getting really broke, I would go, there was these laundry mats and I could literally load all my clothes for the week in there. And wash them, and then, you know, hang them dry. And that was really cheap. The clothes didn't look too good, but it was better than dirty. Find a way to sell your stuff. So even if you're minimizing, you're going to sell your junk. Like this shirt, I would sell it for 25 cents. The jewelry, $3 each or 2 for $5. Go to eBay, yard sale, or swap meet. And then after you sell the stuff, buy better stuff. That's what I do. One of the best ways to minimize is to buy, these buns are good. I'm going to make some tasty hamburgers, maybe tonight. Good. So you might be saying, I wish I really had some new stuff. Okay, but just sell your old stuff first. Buy everything you possibly can on sale or marked down. What I do is I wait around. Like I want to buy oxtails. I haven't bought any oxtails. Is anyone going to go, she's so damn cheap? Well, yeah, if they know me. But it isn't going to make a hill of beans if I buy my oxtails marked down to anybody. And my oxtails are probably going to be delicious. So, on sale or marked down meat, salads, and dented cans. Okay, so now, because we know we're coming to a double dip recession, we want to maintain stuff as best we can. Well, there's two ways to think about this. One, you can use it until you just break it down and you have to buy a new one, and we'll get into that in a little while. And just like postpone fixing stuff. Or two, you can maintain it before the breakdown. Like in my car, I'm getting an oil change, stuff like that isn't going to cost much. If you buy a Corolla, as long as they have transmission fluid and you keep the oil clean, they'll go forever. And I told you guys about Home Depot Henry's roof repair. So basically, I have known ladies, and you know, like people would give them a trailer and the trailer would leak. And I didn't know about this at the time either. But at Home Depot, they have this Henry's roof repair, and you just lay the tar, then you lay the wire, and then you lay the tar. And if you still have some leaks, you just put a little more wire, you know. And like their houses would get mold and nobody would step up and try to help them. So don't assume someone's going to help you. There is a pastor, though, out there helping the homeless with buddy heaters. Okay. One of the things you can do is light use. Like one of the things I do, my stuff will last forever because I lightly use it. Like my clothes, when I get home, I change my clothes into some really ratty clothes. And so that's why my clothes never wear out. Same thing on your cars. Everything have, like, when I'm not in my rental, the place I rent, it's light use because there's no wear and tear on the structure. That's why after 16 years, if those people were honest, that was pretty amazing. Even the last place, you know, the use was very light. Okay, one of the things I used to do is my cars would be dropping their transmissions. I would go forever with my cars. Like, you know, when you're dropping your transmission, you just can't drive uphill. You can't drive real fast on freeways and stuff. So like I would just go forever when my cars were ready to drop the transmission. I would actually sell them in that condition. Out here, people are stealing the catalytic converters, and theft is to be expected. So you have to watch out for that. Another thing you can do is you can cook on, I used to have gas stoves and ovens, and I was generally always cooked in a microwave, a toaster oven, or an electric skillet, or those, they're just like one burner. And, you know, that really saves, that's light use. Okay, refill your water on the kiosk. So now I want to talk to you a bit about food because I have a lot of new followers. Okay, for breakfast, I generally eat breakfast and cereal. So last week I bought Fruit Loops, dollar Fruit Loops, and I have shelf-stable milk, and I was eating that. I bought markdown bagels and cream cheese. I buy the cream cheese at the dollar place. I was eating a lot of chips and dip too this week. So breakfast is cereal and milk or bagels and cream cheese, or bread and eggs is good. Lunch sandwich. Small fruit and small salad or vegetable. Okay, now this is a way we would always eat dinner at my house, and coincidentally no one starved. Bread, butter, and milk. That's before. That goes with your meal. Meat, some kind of meat. It doesn't have to be expensive. It could be eggs. It could be tuna. Potatoes, rice, and sweet potatoes, so a carb and a vegetable. And then, we had fruit. When my son was a little boy, neither of us likes fruit. There was fruit and bottled water between meals. Okay, expect a spike in gasoline and food. Expect a very cold winter. Okay, now, things that can really help, and I don't know why people don't do this. Board the windows up. Just board them up with wood. And the other thing is insulation. Just insulate your walls yourself. Go to Home Depot, buy the insulation, and nail it on the walls. Don't sit in there and freeze. That's cold. Okay, now to get small bills of change and money, just keep $1 every day or so back. Or a little, when you get change, keep that, and eventually you're going to get a small amount of change. Okay, use the cheapest possible essentials like shampoo. You saw my hair's looking better because, I got Tresemme on sale, but before that I was using the 99-cent shampoo. It was good enough. Detergent, I buy the Roma detergent for about $7 or $8 for the big one. And I usually buy 2 at a time, and it lasts forever. It's good enough. Unless your clothes are heavily soiled, then maybe not. Toothpaste, I bought them 2 for 50 cents each, marked down. I tear my fabric softeners in 3 and 4 pieces. You just need a little piece. That's very cheap. Wear clothes 2 days, except for underwear. Because, you could, but it's kind of gross. Okay, so now one way you can control laundry is you have 4 shirts and 4 pants. So you wear your 3 shirts and pants, and then you have 1 set left. When I was going to beauty college, she said wash your stuff out at night and hang it out. That's possible too, but what I do is I wear like 3 clothes, and then I just pile everything else I have in the washer and wash it all at once. It's not the best washing, but it depends. If it's not your nice clothes, if it's just some thrift store clothes, it's going to save money. Okay, freeze all the leftovers. You're probably not going to run out of food when you start doing some of this stuff. And dehydrate or freeze all your leftover food. I'm going to be dehydrating some. If you go to buy dehydrated onions, carrots, celery, like a combination, it's very, for a little one, forget it. Just blanch them, just cut them in very small, like, mixed vegetables frozen. You can also dehydrate those. But we're going to get into that in a minute. I'm going to be doing this on my channel, and I'll show you. Cut your carrots and your potatoes and your celery in small pieces, blanch it in boiling water, and then plunge it in ice water, and then dehydrate, either in the oven at 225, 250, or if you have a dehydrator. I got mine at the thrift store. Okay, now out here, I'm going to be doing this because I thought, why wouldn't you do that? They have at Smart and Final 25 pounds of potatoes for $9. These same size big bags of carrots and onions. And I thought, you know, I'm just going to do it. And it's still cheaper than buying 5 pounds for $4. And then I'm going to, give some to my son, but also I will just boil them and freeze mashed potatoes, or else I will dehydrate them just by slicing them very thin and then, you know, blanching them in boiling hot water for a minute or two and then plunging them in cold water and dehydrating them. Oh, and this was a great comment by one of the followers, Little Squirrel. Thank you for this comment. She had a big family, I think that was the one, and she would take out like a tablespoon of vegetables and put it in the freezer, and then pretty soon she would get enough to make some soup or stew. I'm going to be making some stew, especially when I get these, you know, did you ever think, you know, like one side of the family was farmers and one side was ranchers, and they went to town once a year. And so, you know, there are people without a week's food in the house, but by making some of these simple changes, like, you know, like when you're living in your car, like I'm living in my car part-time, it's really saving money. There's no consumption of anything at my house. The consumption you see is what you see me doing here. So I'm going to be exploring this some more. I don't consider this fake, not one bit. I consider this, if I had to, another thing is we're expecting a very, very cold winter. If you are south of areas flooding, evacuate. That's why you have to know this car stuff. You're going to get in your car and you're going to drive. You're going to make haste. You're going to learn those waterways so that when these floods come, you know, the Bible talks about when the rain comes. It doesn't say if, it says when, because bad things are going to happen and it could cause you your life. So bear this in mind. Like what we have in California, we have so many bad things. We have backwash of pollution from Mexico. We have, you know, rain, and bad things can happen. Now I'm living in a high area, so, you know, it's a lot safer. But in the event something happened within 10 or 15 minutes, I could be in a very high area. And I am going to do a day trip, and I am going to show you, because there's a thrift store I want to go to up there. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.